Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the year is here, and so are we. So Byte That is back once again with our end of year award special. So what that means is that we got over 15 different categories for the things that happen, in the WWE throughout all the year. So match of the year, feud of the year, superstar of the year, babyface, bad guy. Who is the best bad guy? I think is going to be a very nice conversation that's going to be happening. So we're changing things up a little bit because in other years, we have done just one podcast episode where we present everything, but we're changing things up. So we're going to give you the direct conversation that we're going to be having. So some categories have over 10 different picks. So on the channel, you're not going to see one video. You're going to see over 10 videos throughout the span of the whole week. 3 videos uploaded per day. We hope you guys appreciate that. We will be back next week with the traditional podcast schedule, which is available every single Wednesday night. If you have any questions, just send us an email, bytethatcast@gmail.com or Twitter, bytethatcast. My name is Juan Velas. I am from the Shining Star of the Caribbean. Joining me as always, we got Keith M. Poshik from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and Ryan McNulty from Boston, Mass. Guys, we need some energy in here.
Oh yeah, let's let it flow. Let's let all the emotions flow. The hate, the love, the tears.
Yeah, we really need that.
Everything.
So any ground rules that we should get to, Keith, before we actually start?
So I think what we're going to go for in every category is breaking it down to 3 picks, 2 runners-up, and 1 winner.
Okay.
Sound good to you guys?
Seems like a good system. I don't know if I am physically prepared for what we are about to embark on, but I am nevertheless going to follow through against my better judgment.
We'll get through this.
You got no choice. We've never done this before,
I'm
folks.
stuck here.
Yeah. I've actually chained you up. I've hired your roommates.
If you leave your room, imprisoned currently.
If you leave your room, they are waiting gunpoint.
Please send help.
We're going to go down different categories. Keith, you're going to be the one sort of keeping score on the computer. I went old-fashioned with this one. So I got myself a piece of paper. No, I'm actually going to spoil some of the picks if I do that right now. So let's go right back there. So without further ado, let's get to the first award. And that is the Chris Jericho Catchphrase of the Year. This is making its debut.
Maybe our most important category.
We're starting it off hot.
Entire thing. Starting it off very hot.
So, the nominees are Drink It In Man. Whoa. Drink It In Man.
You say it right.
Lock It In Man. You Just Made the List. Stupid Idiot. Or You Better Watch It. Those are the ones we got. It. Not that. Not that. It. Just the one thing. It. Okay, so out of all of these, let's kick it off maybe first with Ryan. Any of these that stick out for you that you think that this really isn't just funny, but it was memorable, like Y2J, like the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. He does so many things. Is there any one of these that could stick that we got to make sure does stay within the top 3?
100% You Just Made the List, I think. If one has to absolutely stay, that's one I would stick close by. That is one that's definitely new this year and needs to stay.
Agreed.
You Just Made the List needs to make the list.
Agreed. It's just perfect harmony. And I'm on board with that. As much as I love how dumb it is, I think Lock It In Man can go.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it was a one-time thing. It was more because of the match, the Hell in a Cell match, and it spurred off of another catchphrase on this list. So I think Lock It In Man does not.
It was never even said again after the first time.
It was a one-time thing that was kind of cool.
Drink It In Man. I think that's pretty good because that's basically the whole Gift of Jericho thing in there as well, and it just was so out of nowhere this year that it's really great.
So then we agreed to officially take out Lock It In Man. It's the same thing that you guys said. It was a one-time thing. He's done multiple one-offs, right? Like a variation of the It In Man. So I think that should go. So we have Drink It In, Man, and then we have You Just Made the List. Now, this is going to get challenging because then the other two we have left are You Better Watch It and Stupid Idiots, which is, they're really two of the main quotes or catchphrases that he says to this day, right? So maybe, like for me, starting it off, I think that You Better Watch It should maybe stay. Because the idea that there is this pause of you better watch and the whole crowd is going silent. And then you have the backstage interviewers like Tom Phillips or something like, you better watch what? It makes for such great banter that I choose that over Stupid Idiot.
See, I disagree and think that Stupid Idiot should stay because it is something that spurred from a dumb joke years ago that just kind of stuck around the whole I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot. Jericho kind of started bringing it up more again this year, and he got it to a point where he would have crowds chanting stupid idiot at people. Just this small little joke that they didn't even acknowledge on WWE TV at the time turned into this great thing. It was one of the most, I don't think it was forced at all, and it was just beautiful.
This is very tough. I probably will have to side with You Better Watch It. Stupid Idiot.
Yeah.
If we're going by crowd reaction, we're going straight up crowd reaction. Stupid Idiot gets the chance and all of that. But as far as what I found more original and more amusing this year, it would be the You Better Watch It.
Can I make a case for cutting Drink It In and replacing it with Stupid Idiot?
Make your case.
Because I just think, honestly, I think Stupid Idiot should win this category because it was so good how it just turned from this dumb little thing. And maybe I could be a little biased because it spurred from I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot, when I'm from Winnipeg,
And you do happen
you
to
idiots.
be, not just Canadian, but from Winnipeg. So if anything, like,
I'm a little
shouldn't you be
biased there.
disqualified from this category?
Maybe. And then the whole, I just think it was much more stronger than the whole Drink It In, Man thing, and I love that. But just Stupid Idiot is just so much better.
So we all agree that You Better Watch It's going to stay.
I don't really want to budge on that. I'm all for Drink It In, Man.
So then You Just Made the List. Oh man, this is so hard because You Just Made the List is one thing is the beginning, right? Like You Better Watch It is seen as like part one, but then You Just Made the List. Everybody's waiting for him to say that. So I think that definitely for me, I got to keep You Better Watch It and You Just Made the List. Everything else I'm willing to negotiate. But if right now I have to say like which is the one that I think is going to win, I think it's You Just Made the List because the moment that Kevin Owens took out the list, right, like at the pay-per-view, and everybody was like wondering, is he going to make the list now? The fact that that is a real thing that in 2016 we're even contemplating is worthy of catchphrase of the year for Jericho. Do you guys agree with that?
I completely agree. You Just Made the List is my number one pick, and I feel like the list is something they got hugely over and was the most fun thing, and the crowd was always going nuts whenever he was even just like teasing that he was going to put somebody on the list. So that was like definitely the most exciting catchphrase he had all year.
I mean, if you're not going to let me have Stupid Idiot, then I can agree with You Just Made the List being the best of the three. Just because, like Ryan said, he doesn't even need to say anything. Like, he doesn't even need to say the catchphrase for people to get excited about it and for people to know that it's coming. He goes, do you know what happens to people that do X? And then you start seeing that buzz. And then it goes into the eventual list of Jericho. And I think something that gets extended from this as well is the list of Jericho itself, how it's become this own thing. Like, it was just something to make Mick Foley look bad at first, and then it just got a life of its own, is really just like a cornerstone of the Chris Jericho character, which was an incredible character this year. So I think it is definitely his best catchphrase.
So we pretty much agree that number one is You Just Made the List. Just made the list for number one. Now we're still not done because we need a number two, number three. So I'm thinking, is You Better Watch It number two then? Because that's my number two if that's number one.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I will wholeheartedly agree on that.
Nice. Right. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So number one, we got You Just Made the List. I'm writing it Check it out. See, this is fancy stuff right here. This is futuristic.
Be
At
careful
number
how
2.
long you keep that on screen.
Oh, man. That is very true. And then number 3, are we going with Drink It In, Man?
I'm not going to be able to make this case to you guys, am I?
Should we give Keith a pity, stupid idiot?
I'm going to concede this one and live to fight another day.
No, you can fight it. No, if you're willing, like you did make some case for it because even though you're Canadian and you should be disqualified from this, at least it's like, okay, it's something that people chant, and that is something we can't ignore, right?
It's true, and if we're looking as far as like longevity of catchphrases as well, Drink It In Men kind of got replaced. It doesn't really happen anymore. He'll bring it out every now and then, but Stupid Idiot still lives.
Good point.
It's got the longevity behind it.
It's got the better reaction. So, I will agree to give Stupid Idiot 3rd place.
All right. I feel good about that.
We got ourselves in agreement. So the Chris Jericho Catchphrase of the Year. Number 3, Stupid Idiot. Number 2, you better watch it. And number 1, making our number 1 in our list is You Just Made the List.
You have to say it like Jericho, like, you just made the list.
Ryan, you go for it.
You just made the list.
There we are.
The problem is, like, something needs to happen, right? Like, Keith needs to break his monitor in order for me to go like, you just made the list. See, even that kind of like help pump things up a little bit more in there. Hey, thanks for watching one of the many parts of our Byte That End of the Year Award special. Definitely check out the other parts also available on this channel. As a matter of fact, right now on screen, you see 2 different options, and you can choose to watch either one of those as well as subscribe. How awesome is that?